What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Can y'all see me? The sun is kind of real bright this morning. I'm happy for it. I went out and got my walk on, and I'm here to talk to you. Welcome to the brand new suite. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, coming to you on this what? It's what? Work for it Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesday? We put in that work. I don't care what anybody else tells you. Those that put in the work are the ones that get the results. I'm going to say that again for you because I don't think you heard me the first time. Those that put in the work get the results. That's just how it works, y'all. So if you don't want to do the work, don't expect to get the results. I was listening to a video by Evan Carmichael. I love the dude. He's a great motivational guy, but he does these 10 rules and he interviews famous people, entrepreneurs, entertainers, and people that are well to do, that have done well in life and in business. And so I was listening to the one that he did with Mark Cuban, or on Mark Cuban, his 10 rules for success. For sales success. And so Mark Cuban said this. He said, usually the person that works hardest at learning is the one that's going to be successful. How do you compete in this world? How do you be better than everybody else? Is you have to be willing to learn more than anybody else. We talk about it all the time. Well, I talk about it all the time. I talk about Kobe Bryant. I talk about Magic Johnson. I talk about Michael Jordan. I talk about Robert Smith. I talk about all of these great people. I talk about Dr. George Frazier. Talk about Dr. Will Moreland. I talk about all of these people because these are the people that work hard at learning. And that's why they are successful. They work hard at being successful. Anybody that tells you that success is easy, and that, I was listening to another podcast this morning, and I was just kind of disappointed, to be honest with you, because the guy was talking about, oh, it's easy, and they say this, and maybe it's just my thinking. They said it's easier to the same effort, and this is true. I guess it is true. The same effort it takes for you to sell a $100 million brand is the same effort it takes for you to sell a $100 brand. The principles, I believe, can be the same, but I think the effort that it takes is harder. You're not going to get as many it's like a elephant. Yeah, you might. It's going to be harder for you to get for you to probably get an elephant than it is to maybe to get a turkey or a chicken to catch them. So he who works the hardest, learns the most, is the one that's going to be successful. So you got to do that work. Y'all know what it is. It's Work for Wednesday. So let's jump right into this. What we've been talking about this week: the intentional entrepreneur. Are you an intentional entrepreneur? So this week we talked about purpose-driven action, taking purpose-driven action, taking that action that's driving you towards your purpose and towards your assignment, towards your mission. Having a strategic planning. Do you have a plan? A lot of people think that being successful at business, I can just kind of do it do it on a whim. I can just do it and learn as I go along. No. You have to be strategic in your planning and the way that you do what it is that you intend to do. You can't get to, as I said, you can't get to being being better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year if you don't have a plan. What is your plan? I'm here to not only give you the ability to reclaim your time and to avoid burnout, but I'm here to show you, and to assist you in being able to strategically plan on how you're going to get from where you are now to where you want to be at the end of the year. But you got to have a plan. You got to be willing to put a plan together. So that's number two. And then today we're going to talk about number 3 is mindful decision making. I want you to think about that. Today we're going to talk about mindful decision making. And as entrepreneurs, if you're going to be an intentional entrepreneur, you must cultivate mindfulness in your decision making process. Is it a part of your decision making process? And you want to consider if the potential impact of each choice decision that you're making. I told you we're going from where we are to where we're trying to get to. And the choices that we make, you've got to ask yourself the impact on them moving you from where you are to where it is that you need to be. And asking yourself, does this decision, does this choice move me in that direction? If you're not asking yourself that that question, you'll find yourself being right where you are next year at this same time. So that's what I want you to do, is think about that before you make your decision. So let's talk about this mindfulness thing. And I'm gonna give you 3 things, and then I'm done this morning, y'all. Because I got a meeting shortly. But the first thing in incorporating mindfulness into your decision making, you want to cultivate present moment awareness, being aware of the moment. You got to be aware of the moment. You have to be, you have to cultivate present moment awareness in your decision making process. So instead of getting caught up, in the past and those decisions that were made, and whether they were successful, whether they weren't, and they force you to have some kind of anxieties and kind of apprehensions. You want to make sure that you, I don't say forget about them, but you don't allow them to hinder you and keep you from moving forward. I think that was one of the mistakes that the McDonald's brothers made with McDonald's, and the approach that Ray Kroc was trying to make, or did make, with his with taking McDonald's from the level that it was to the level that it is. So you don't allow it to stranglehold you. And then you want to, by being fully present in that moment and fully thinking it through, thinking about it, it will allow you to avoid distractions and keep you, it'll keep you from being afraid to move forward. And it'll keep you from allowing distractions to come. It'll keep you from having any preconceived biases towards, it's not going to work, and that kind of mindset, and not allowing it to set in. You got to observe your thoughts, your emotions, your external circumstances without judgment, without allowing it to already say, well, this isn't going to work, that going to work. If you already have a bias towards it, or you have this preconceived notion that it's not going to work, you're right. But if you go in it with the mindfulness of, yes, I believe this can work, and it can work because I've studied it, I've learned it, and now I know that I can implement it too. So this will allow you to respond in the correct manner, and moving yourself into that rightful space with your mindful, with your mindful thinking, with your mindful decision making, and making those right decisions. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you align your decisions with your core values. I talk about this all the time, y'all. My personal value system I incorporate into my decision making. I have 7 core principles that guides me in my decisions. If I'm going to get from where I am today and being better by the end of the year, here are my 7 core principles. I must use wisdom in my decision making. I must use a vision in my decision making, because I've got to ask myself the question: does my decision, how does it impact my vision? How does it move me closer to the vision that I have, and where it is that I want my brand to be? Number three for that is my uniqueness. What's unique about this decision? Is this decision helping me to be able to stand out from everybody else, or to helping my brand to stand out from everybody else? My commitment. How committed am I to what it is that I'm about to decide to do, making the choice to do? You can't half step on your commitment. Those that are truly committed to what it is that they're doing are relentless in making it come to pass. You've got to be committed to it. You got to be, along with commitment, you got to be consistent. Those that are consistent are usually committed. That are committed are usually consistent. That means you show up. If your decision is to do a particular product or service, you got to go all in with it. You got to be consistent every single time. And you develop that with those that work for you, those that work with you. And then what happens is you show your clients, your customers, how to be committed. They then become committed to you. They then become consistent with you. That's how those decisions that you make have to fit into your core value system. So as number 6 is excellence. Your core values. This is 6 in my core values. Which, do your decisions align with excellence? Is your decision that you're making showing that you operate in excellence? Does it? And you have to be willing to say, hey, I'm going to make sure to ensure that my product, my service, my brand is a 5-star brand. We operate in excellence. The standard is excellence with us. Anything less is not acceptable. And then the last core value is accountability. As a entrepreneur, intentional entrepreneur, you must be willing to be accountable for your actions, for your choices, for your decisions. If the decision that you make doesn't work, own it. Say, yes, that decision did not work. That choice did not work. You got to be willing to own it. So you got to make sure that the choices that you make, decisions that you make, align with your core values. Those are my 7 core values. And every decision that I make, every choice that I make, I ask myself that question. Does it align? Does it align with my core values, my personal value system that I have? That's your homework today. Do you have a core value system? Do you have a list of 7 things that are your core values that you operate by, that you operate your business by? I want you to develop that if you don't. If you do, I want you to ask yourself, do the choices I make today, are they aligning with my core values? So number 3, that's number 2. Number 3 is embracing emotional intelligence. Yes, you as an entrepreneur, as an intentional entrepreneur, you must operate in emotional intelligence. You must harness your power. Ooh, you can't even see me. You must harness your power of emotional intelligence in your decision-making process. You recognize the influence of emotions on your thoughts and your actions, and strive to cultivate self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills. Do you operate in those? That's what emotional intelligence is. It's operating in or cultivating self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. And by understanding these, your own emotions and others, you can make decisions that are empathetic, inclusive, considerate of different perspectives. Because it's not just about you. It's about other perspectives in your decision making. And you want to seek input from The others around you. If you're part of a mastermind group, I've said that consider their impact, the feedback that they're giving to you. If those that work for you, consider their feedback. If they're telling you that they need certain things, yeah, you should be willing to listen and actively, to listen and implement and allow them to be a part of what it is that you're giving to them. To co-create with you. Because I'm telling you, if those solutions, those decisions that you make, if those that work for you, they feel as if they're being included in that decision-making process, and they see what you're doing is part of what they contributed, oh man, you putting them on cloud 9. And what that does is that benefits everybody. It benefits you, it benefits them, and it benefits those that you serve, both internally and externally. So I want you to hold on to that. I want you to hold on to that. I want you to hold these 3 things in your mindful decision making today. I want you to cultivate present moment awareness, being aware of the moment. Don't allow the moment to take you. Be mindful of the moment. You want to align your decisions with your core values, your personal value system, your PVS. And then the third one is embracing emotional intelligence, your EI, your emotional intelligence. You want to be self-aware. You want to be empathetic. You want to be self-regulating and empathetic to those that are around you, and you want to incorporate their solutions, what their thoughts are, get their thoughts and feedback on what it is that the decision that you're making. And I promise you, this will go a long way. One, being intentional, but also being able to build and create that 5-star brand that I know that you are. So go out. I want you to be great today. Put that work in. It's Work For It Wednesday. We're going to work for it. Go out, get your walk on. It's a beautiful day outside. I think it rained earlier last night, or it must have rained last night, because I saw the ground was a little wet and the grass that I'm standing in is a little wet too. But do your work today. Put the work in. And those decisions that you make today, make sure, ask yourself, does this decision move me from where I am to where it is that I'm trying to get to? And if the answer is no, then you don't make that decision that way. You got to figure out, what are my other options? Because this isn't moving me. This isn't moving my brand. This isn't moving the needle to where it is that I'm trying to get to. Hope y'all can see me, because I'm like in the sun. So it's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. If this is something that kind of resonates with you, I really want you to, let's connect, because I told you about assisting you to reclaim your time and to avoid burnout. You can't do that by yourself. So DM me if you want to go further in being able to put together a comprehensive development plan, because I will take you through 12 weeks. We'll put a plan together for you to be able to come out on the other side of it, making those decisions through your core value system. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.